Hi students, hope you are doing well and preparing for your exam. Today I'm going to discuss solutions to the questions which I uploaded in my previous video, and actually those questions were based on some scenarios, right? Okay, and those scenarios were based on these topics like communication process, psychology, and principles. So let's discuss. Scenario number one, Aisha is a diligent employee. She has to send a report in 30 minutes as her boss has asked her to send it immediately without any delay. She knows that she cannot send it in short notice. She calls her friend to get a suggestion. Her friend thinks that she should not reply as the silence means you said nothing. Now over here, the assumption of her friend is that silence itself uh, is nothing, right? That means it doesn't communicate nothing, which is wrong as we talked about it, right? And I told you that silence communicates. So that's what exactly you need to talk about while answering this question. So what is wrong with our friend's suggestion? She assumes that silence is not communication. So if you say nothing, that means you haven't communicated anything. And this is where she actually has gone wrong, right? So you just have to refer to this thing. All right. So scenario two: you are preparing for an interview. You are asked to sit down, introduce yourself. You introduce yourself and tell the interviewer about your education achievement and past work experiences. The interviewer were asked three questions: are your achievements on merit? Can you write well? How would you greet a Japanese customers in Japan? So, what communication functions are at work in this task? Now, over here, I believe that what you really need to look at is what is being asked, what is happening, what is the context. Context is a person is, being interviewed, and the first question is about his achievements, and his achievements are being questioned, and that requires some sort of persuasion. So one of the functions of communication is to persuade. So this is the function which is at work over here, because the interviewer wants the interviewee to persuade, convince him that his achievements are on merit. And the second question is about the communication ability, right? Communication skills, and particularly writing skills are being sorry, writing skills uh, uh, is being asked about. Now, can you write well? Now this refers to another important function of communication, and that is that the you know uh, competence to communicate well, and we know that communication actually helps you excel in your career, right? Then the third one: how would you greet a Japanese customer in Japan? Here perhaps he's trying to understand that to what extent the interviewer has knowledge about communication and culture, right? Or how culture shapes communication. So here he's trying to get insight into person's perspective on that, right? So these were the three functions, right? Which actually you had to refer to. You have to refer to while answering or write these questions. What a morning, exclaimed the CEO of ABC company. The employees got surprised as he had never talked like that. Soon a big surprise they saw as office boy entered with cold soft drinks which are served to them. Next they heard the CEO saying, you all need a fresh start. Please relish your drink. Okay, which hierarchy of need the manager is targeting here? Support your answer with an evidence. So some of you might think that perhaps it is the basic need because cold soft drinks are being served. Okay, but that's not the answer. Here, the actually boss is trying to uh, make employees feel important, right? So he's targeting their self-esteem. So self-esteem is yeah, the need which is being targeted, right? And then comes what model of communication is at work. If we just look at this scenario, we don't see a two-way exchange, right, of information here. So linear model is out. Now what about helical model? It says that your communication is based on the current communication, or contemporary communication is based on your previous experiences, or based on the way you have been communicating in the past. Now here we can see they are surprised. Why are they surprised? Because this has never happened. So the boss was being judged based on his previous communication. So this is the helical model of communication which is being referred to. All right, I hope you have understood everything, and if you still have any issues, you can contact me. Wish you good luck for your exams. Bye. Allah Hafiz.